morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, I thank you all for pushing play and spending a little bit of time with me today. Today is Monday, January the 4th, I believe. I'm up early. It is almost 6 a.m. I did get up about 5, but I've been kind of, what they say, pilling around or whatever, trying to finish the laundry that my husband started yesterday. But anyway, I'm up. I'm looking a little crusty, but I'm gonna go ahead and wash my face, brush my teeth, take my morning medication and all that good stuff. And then I'm gonna hop on the treadmill just for 30 minutes. I don't want to, I know we all start our New Year's resolutions, get in shape, get our bodies, but I have been sedentary probably for 4 years towards my job, and between sprinkling in some consistency here and there. But now that I'm retired, so if you're new here, I have since retired. On last Wednesday was my last official work day at my job at the United States Postal Service. So this is my first full week, Monday starting. So I wanted to, at first I was like, oh, I'm gonna sit around for a week, I'm not gonna do anything. And then I said, no. You're gonna start off right. This is the first full week. You're gonna keep your word. You're gonna get up and do what you need to do. So I'm gonna go ahead, wash my face, brush my teeth. If you've been following me, then you know I go to Mint Dentistry for my dental. But they do Sexy Teeth charcoal toothpaste, which is what I've been using lately to brush my teeth. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, wash my face, brush my teeth, take my morning medicines, change my clothes. I'm gonna go upstairs, get on a treadmill. You'll probably catch me up there. So I'm not gonna show you all the brushing my teeth and stuff. So I'll see you in a little bit, okay? All right, guys, so you saw where I got on the scale and I was holding my phone, but without the phone, it was like 172.4, and you saw the picture of me snapping it because I didn't have my tripod to set up the phone so you could see me stepping on the scale, but it doesn't matter. I went from 158 to the 170s, which is definitely not where I want to be. I want to definitely get back down to like 160. I definitely never want to get out of the 160. So if I can just stay between 160 and 165, I think that would be my sweet spot. I would be happy with that. So got a little work to do, but it's not bad. I mean, before I had my weight loss surgery, I was 235. I have been as small as 140 something, which my husband thought was too small. So I had to go into a little bit of a gaining phase where I did gain a little bit and at least got into the 150s. So I always kind of hovered between like 155, 160, somewhere in there. But now I'm in the 70s. So definitely not good at all. So, and then I fell off of my vitamin regimen. So I just started, you know, they're advertising everywhere, and this is not sponsored. I'm definitely purchased all this on my own. So I started taking my vitamins, getting back into the habit of taking my vitamins. So I'm taking the Berry Life Just One multivitamin with iron. So I'm taking that. I'm also taking the Berry Life Bariatric Glow. This is for hair, skin, and nail support. So I'm taking these as well. And then I'm also taking the Berry Burst. This is for your calcium. I'm taking these. I have the watermelon and the salted caramel flavor that I take. So I'm definitely back into taking my vitamins like I need to be. Bad consistency. I was taking my thyroid medication every day like I supposed to, but I was not taking my cholesterol medicine. And I take atorvastatin, 10 milligrams. And I didn't, yeah, you know, you get to seeing all the things that it does or whatever. But when I went to get my glasses, and my doctor, he's like, you're not taking your medicine like you're supposed to, are you? And I was like, huh? He said, I can see your cholesterol. You need to get that under control. It's in your eyes. And I was like, what? So your girl is taking her medicine like she's supposed to, along with my blood pressure medicine. And the last visit I went to, my blood pressure was good, even in spite of me not taking it like I should. Look, high blood pressure can be a silent killer. So if you're supposed to be taking your medicine, take your medicine. I'm not a doctor, but, you know, don't self-medicate. Take your medicine, okay? And so like I said, I'm back on my vitamin regimen like I'm supposed to. Taking my medicine like I'm supposed to. Now the next factor is me working out, and I'm gonna just gradually get back into this. I'm not finna just jump in this. I'm finna work out 5 days a week. I'm finna do all this cardio and all this weight training. I'm gonna slowly incorporate. So I'm thinking for the first week, maybe even the first 2 weeks, I'm just gonna get up 3 days a week. I'm just gonna start for 3 days, get on my treadmill for 30 minutes and build from there. And I'm hoping that I've been build up my stamina and all of that, so I can eventually start back incorporating weight training. Okay, I have a whole gym. If you've been following me, you know I had redid my gym. I have no excuse. I don't have to go outside. I don't have to leave the house or any of that. I can just simply go upstairs and work out. So that's where we're gonna head now. I'm going to put on my tennis shoes, and then we're gonna just go and get this party started. Got my water and all of that. And yeah, let me turn some of these lights off, because look at her, girl is retired now. Even though my house is already dark as it is, but yeah, we gonna be managing these bills around here, okay? So I'm gonna put my high shoes on, got my water bottle, my phone, everything. So we're gonna head upstairs to my glam room, because that's where my tennis shoes are upstairs. So I probably won't show you this part, but I'm going to stretch a little bit, because right now my daughter is redoing her room, kind of getting more organized. So she has a bunch of junk in my gym right now, so it's not really a lot of room for me to kind of stretch and stuff. So I'm just going to probably stretch out in here just a little bit, just to kind of loosen up. You should always stretch. So I'm not going to do too much, so I probably won't show you that much. Let's get a little light, it's a little dark, but I'm just going to stretch, and then we'll come back when I get on the treadmill. So I am done with the treadmill. I did 30 minutes. I basically did about I think it was like 2 minutes at like 1.5, and then I moved it up to like 2.0 for another 3 minutes, and then the remaining 25 minutes I did 2.5. So I did a total 30 minutes, stretched out. I feel good. It's a start. I broke a little bit of a sweat, not a lot. I felt like my heart rate didn't really get up high, but I know it'll come with time, because I'll eventually get myself back up to where I think the last time when I was consistent, I was able to do 3.0. I was able to go between 3.0 and 3.5. So I'm going to get back there. It's just going to take time. You have to gradually work your way back up, which I will do. But I'm just proud of myself, because it is Monday. I did not flake out like I wanted to, because believe me, when the clock went off at 5, I did want to sit there for a little bit longer, but I didn't flake out. I did get on up and work out, so I am happy about that. So what I'm going to do now, I think I'm just going to go downstairs, take me a shower, get myself freshened up. I think the goal for today is to just work on my glam room. I don't necessarily know what all I want to get done. I do know I want to start purging my closets. That's kind of like the main thing I want to get done. So I do know I need to go to Walmart. I need to get some tubs, because I probably won't start having yard sales until the spring, because it's cold right now. I'm not going to even attempt to do anything like that. So I think I'm going to start in the spring. So the best thing for me is to start purging my closet, folding everything up neat, separating them by like tops, bottoms, sets, probably some shoes. I'm not going to get rid of everything, because you still do need stuff for, like, if you have an appointment, casual, but like my office attire. The only thing I'm probably going to keep is probably like, maybe a couple of dresses and a couple suits. Because unfortunately life does be lifing, and then for purposes of going to funerals or whatever, I feel like I still need to keep a few things, maybe a black dress, a navy dress, maybe a black suit and a navy suit, but everything else I'm pretty much going to take down, and as far as business casual, and maybe just keep and then I'm even going to go through like some of my pumps, because they're just sitting up there and I don't want them to dry rot. So I want to go through some of those so I can get rid of some of those. Some of my dresses and stuff like that. I may keep a few of my long maxi dresses that I wore to like Captain's Night and stuff like that on the ship. We have kind of gotten away from it. It was so exciting at first going to Captain's Night. I do enjoy it, but the last few cruises we didn't even participate in Captain's Night. We went more for the relaxation. So yeah, so that is going to be my goal, is to get my glam room pretty much purged and ready to just be full on content creator, which means getting rid of a lot of things that I no longer will be needing. So it's a lot. I really want to revamp things. I like the setup kind of, but I'm really thinking about, I want to move I have my laptop, so I do my editing down in my sitting room, my bedroom, but I really want to get it up here. I want everything to be done up here. My recording, my editing, all of that in here, especially when I'm just doing sit down talking head videos or whatever. So that's probably what my goal is going to be for this week. It's just working on my glam room. So you'll probably see a little bit. I'm not going to bore you with too much, but you'll probably see different things, like me purging the closet, me, just kind of reorganizing everything. And yeah, just trying to get my life together. Definitely make sure that you click the link below. I'm going to probably I do have another channel. My husband and I started a travel channel. So although he's not retired yet, but when we do go on adventures or cruises or things like that, I think I really want to do them over on that channel, which is why I started it, because I really would like to leave this channel. It's just my beauty channel, all things beauty, and just like daily vlogging. I want to just kind of keep that over here, basically, and maybe like any talking points. But over on that channel, when we do adventures or traveling, I want to put it over there. So make sure you click that link and subscribe over there. It's only one video up for right now, but it's 2026. The adventures are about to begin. So definitely want to subscribe and turn on your notifications over there, so when we upload over there. But yeah, so that's pretty much what we're going to do today. That is what I'm going to do today. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and take my shower, get all fresh. I know you're probably saying, but you're finna work. I know, but I don't know. I just think I feel better if I take a shower. I did sweat. I did break a sweat, so I'm happy about that. But I do want to take a shower, freshen up a little bit, because I feel like I'm going to I think I'm going to go ahead and go to, do I want to go to Home Depot and look at tubs, the price of tubs, or do I just want to go back and get some from Walmart? I kind of want to do that so I can already have the tubs, because I feel like, when you get to start cleaning and purging, I want to be able to go ahead and put the stuff away, because after I get through going through everything, I then want to go downstairs to my dining room, because honestly, my dining room, we never use it. We only use it at Christmas time. I'm sorry, not Christmas time, but Thanksgiving time. And I don't use a table because it's a round table. And so I usually take that down and we set up the long fold up tables, tables, set up the tables so we can have 2 tables for people to sit. So what I'm thinking about doing, because my grandbabies have so much stuff and they really don't have nowhere to play. And because now my gym is back being a gym, I'm not giving that up. I feel like that is the room that's just not utilized throughout the year. So I'm going to take the table down. I want to go get some bubble wrap and a heavy, like a, not tarp, but I don't know what you call it. It's like, it's material you would it's like a throw. I think people use it sometimes when they're covering up cars or whatever, but I want to get something like that because I want to wrap it and tape it really, really well, because I mean it's really, really thick and it's nice, and it does go to my, it's a dining room set. Then I think I'm gonna store it behind the china cabinet, that way the kids can't get to it or accidentally break it or anything like that. So, and that way my daughter has somewhere to kind of store some of her containers, and then they have somewhere to kind of play, to be, instead of toys and stuff all throughout the house. Only thing, like I told her, is, they're going to have to stay on top of cleaning up because it is right there by the entryway. So that's what I'm going to do. Go shower, change, run to Home Depot. And if they don't have what I need, then I'm going to go ahead and run back to Walmart and get the tubs in there. And then we're going to come back, and that is what we're going to be doing today, is working on my glam room. All right. So see you in a bit. So this one row is like 12 by 90. I think this is going to be enough. It should be enough. Table ends, and then I got a moving blanket to go over it. Yeah, it says 55, but it feels colder. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good day. All right. So, even though I just worked out, I still went and got me 2 of the little egg bites, and I got me a caramel frappuccino. But I did use my gift card that was given to me by one of my co-workers for retirement. So, baby steps. Yeah. Yeah. I know, because man, it's crazy though. A little over 30 years. Over 30 years of working. Let's see, because I started April 1st, so that was like May, June, July, August, September, November, December. So almost 30 years and 9 months, almost. That's just at the post office though. Still worked jobs before that, 10 years at other places before that. So over 40 years of working, other than when I had the kids. That's a long time to give to somebody else. Now I just want to focus on being a full-time content creator, putting the material out, and hopefully get my baby on up off that job. That right there would be a beautiful thing. Do my best. I gotta look at it like, everything is content now. I mean, whereas I was like, oh, I ain't gonna take the camera, or I ain't gonna. Now it's like, no, girl, everything is content. You take the camera, because you need to be posting 2-3 times a week or more. You got, everything is content. Because this one guy, I was watching him on YouTube, he was saying, like, people think their lives is boring. Nobody cares. Nobody's watching. He said, but people care. People watch because people are nosy. People want to know what you're doing. People care. And if it's interesting, and then some people it don't always have to be interesting. People just want to see what everybody else is doing, their daily lives, And then, like he said, the one thing you think may not be a big deal could turn out to be that one that goes viral or something. You don't know. So, So, I'm just going to post. I'm not going to think about it. I'm just going to post. just gonna post. All right, guys, so we are back from Home Depot. I got the bubble wrap, I got the tape, and as you saw, the tub that I decided I'm gonna get, I'm gonna have to wait till hubby gets off, and then we're gonna run up there and pick that up. But I said in the meantime, what I could do is just come on back home and just start working on my room. So let me just kind of show you the state of how it's looking. It's not bad, it's just not as neat as it was, because over the last few months I had just decided, since I knew I was retiring, that once I washed my work clothes, I would just fold them up and start just what wouldn't fit on the rack. I just started stacking them on the floor. And then I've got stuff that I brought from my office is here, wigs that I need to go through, braiding hair I want to get rid of. And so let me just turn y'all around and let y'all see what it's looking like in here. So right now you can see, so I've got clothes stacked here. They're clean. Well, this is what I wore on the last day of work, but basically everything here, those are clothes from a few weeks of work. Over there I've got wigs and stuff that I'm going to go through, old braiding hair stuff in that bag. That's from my job that I need to go through and get organized. Then over here, some stuff that I had ordered that I need to go through. Probably some Christmas stuff, shoes. So when you step back, it's not bad. Then all the clothes on the rack. Y'all have so many clothes. And like I said, there's clothes in here, in this wardrobe, there's clothes in that wardrobe, and then of course there's clothes in my walk-in closet, not to mention shoes. Well, these are all boots here, and then these are some more just regular flats here in this little container here. And then of course in my closet there's two things which are all tennis shoes all the way up to the ceiling. I have to use a stepper to get in. So like I said, so my walk-in closet is definitely full of clothes. So I've got a lot to go through. That is my goal for today. I don't want nowhere else to be, nothing else to do other than, like I said, going back to Home Depot to get that. And then even up top of the wardrobes, it's like my hats. I have hats up there. So, and then on the behind the door, there's earrings, costume jewelry, stuff like that. So again, I've got a task. I got a task. And I want to try to get this done this week. I'm not going to say today. I'm not going to say tomorrow, but I definitely want to get this done this week. So even though I'm going to still do my content, I'm going to still get up. I'm still, do what I need to do as for recording. It's because consistency is what I have to do. So in between doing any other type of content, whether it's creating my short form videos and reels and stuff like that, I want to work on this room. But I know me, it's 9:20, so I know me, once I get started on something, sometimes I keep going till it's done. I don't have nowhere to be in the morning or nothing like that. So who knows? I might get quite a bit of this done today. The main thing is to start going through. I'm going to go through everything on the floor and on there. The things that I know I'm going to put in the sale. Again, I'm going to have a huge garage sale until the majority of everything is sold and gone. And then to the point to where I just donate it if I can, But I want to just get everything ready, fold it up nice and neat, packed away until the spring comes, and then get ready to start having my yard sales. And yeah. So that's what I'm going to do, is get started. Because once I get all of the things that I no longer need out of this room, and look, I need to turn off my alarms. My alarms are still set as if I was at work. So I need to go through and change my alarms. That's what I need to do also, since that alarm just went off again. So I'm going to go through try to get as much done as I can today. And like I said again, because I know me, I might just keep going. I just might keep going. Who knows? I may get it all done. And by the time my husband gets home from work, by the time we go get the tub, I'm just putting everything in so he can help me take it downstairs and store it in the dining room, which once I get down there, I'm going to kind of show you what we're working with and show you how I'm going to do it, because I want somewhere where my grandbabies can have somewhere to put their toys and be able to play and not have stuff all throughout the house. And it just one centralized location. And even if they do bring something out, there is somewhere dedicated for them to take it back and put it in a chest or something like that. So I want to work on that. So, but my goal, no matter what, is to get all of this done by the end of this week so I can kind of reorganize my glam room and set it up more to where it is more of a content room, because I feel like I don't have any. It's like if I want to set up my green screen or whatever, I have to maneuver stuff. And so I need a dedicated space where I can set up the green screen so I can start adding backgrounds to some of my reels and short form content, because I do want to amp it up this year. I do want to start adding LUTs to my videos and stuff like that, just to make my reels pop a lot more, because I usually just do a regular background, white background, whatever. I mean, I have lights. I have so much equipment, but pulling stuff out, trying to figure out how to set it up and make it work, it'd be too much. It'd just be too much. So I want a dedicated wall for me to be able to do when I want to do a stand-up something and I want a background and I have a green screen or whatever the case may be. Or if I'm showing an outfit, I don't know, like get ready with me and stuff like that. So that is the plan for today, and I'll probably just show you a little bit of what I'm doing. I'm not going to bore you too much with that, but you'll eventually see when I get everything out how much stuff I'm actually going to put in a yard sale or whatever. I do still have my Poshmark, but by the time the spring comes, if nothing else has moved, I did pretty good. I was on a roll at one point, but it has slowed down, and I understand in this economy and everything like that. I get it. I totally do. But if it hasn't sold by the time the spring and summer gets here, I'm just it's going in the yard sale, you know. So there's that. So enough of the chatter. I'm going to go ahead and, right now it's a little cold up here. I don't know why it's cold up here upstairs, but oh, this was so good. But I know. But I only stopped and got this because I had a gift card. So yeah. And then I don't feel too guilty because I do have some stock in Starbucks. So there's that. All right, y'all. Let's get started. Here on the floor, I have went through that. You know, I had a pile on the floor and a pile on my little seat. Okay, so now as you can see over here, this is everything that's going in the yard sale. I've kind of separated dresses, sweater sets or dresses, the pants, blouses, denim and corduroy bottoms, as well as like jackets, which I'm going to match it up with the bottom suit, the bottom pants. And then out of all that stuff so far, this is the only thing that I'm kind of keeping. And this is, I'm thinking about it, which is not much, but this here is I'm going to keep. And then on the rack is stuff that I'm going to keep, except for the stuff that is under this, because these are suits. I had them already dry cleaned, but you know, before I had decided to retire. So I'm just going to leave them on the rack under here until the yard sale. I don't want to take them off and fold them up. And I had them dry cleaned. But all this stuff here, I mean, I have another suit mixed off in there, but most of this stuff just needs to go in the closet once I finish purging the closet, because they're like a few dresses I'm going to keep, like a couple navy blue, couple black dresses, and some summer stuff or whatever that needs to go in the closet, but I just didn't have any room. So that's kind of where we are as far as the floor is done. So now I'm going to go in this first IKEA wardrobe, and this is where all my long maxi dresses are, as you know, as well as my jumpsuits. I'm going to go through. This shouldn't take that long for me to go through. Basically, I'm going to probably just really just go through it really quick. A lot of this I may keep, maybe, I don't know. I'm going to go through it, but this is everything that's in here. So I'm going to go through this next, and then I'll show you everything that I took out of here that's going to go in the yard sale. All right. I've purged this closet pretty good. I feel like I've done a good job. I left quite a bit because, like I said, still living, we're still traveling. We may decide to do an elegant dinner. We might decide to go do the cabinets night one time. I still want to keep some of my long things, and some of this is maxi dresses and stuff like that. But I do feel like in a couple of years, this is going to be purged even more. But you saw how much was in there, so I'm going to show you. So my stacks are getting a lot bigger. As you can see, my piles are getting bigger, and I've had to start over here. So now what I'm going to do is go through this other wardrobe here. Well, I don't know if I'm going to go through this wardrobe because I just might wait till my husband tells, because this one here is my, hold on, y'all. Let me move this here. All right, so in here is basically my blouses at the top, and then at the bottom are all like my work pants. I do have suits and stuff in here. So what I'm thinking is I may just wait till we come back with the tub from Home Depot, because I just feel like the majority of this stuff is gonna go, because this is like work blouses, work slacks. I do have some sets in here as well as suits. So I feel like it's no use in pulling all this down only for it to be stacked on the floor. So I'm gonna hold off on this so I come back with the tub. Now, like I said, and I may just hold off on the closet as well, because that way I can get a lot of this stuff off the floor that's piled up here, and then I can kind of transition the stuff that I do have over there on the floor onto this side. That way I can get into the closet. So give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so I'm sitting down now. So I'm kind of wanting to rethink excuse me, a few things. So remember I said when I was in Home Depot, I was thinking about going back. We was going to go back and get the 170-gallon tub. But now that I think about it, now that I'm starting to get everything, going through my closet, I'm feeling like I don't want to do that, because I feel like I would rather have everything separated. So when I do have the yard sales, okay, I know this tub is all blouses. I can hang all the tops on a rack. And then this here is like all slacks. I can put all the slacks on a rack in order of sizes, because through this weight loss journey I have different sizes. And then I can have like the jumpsuits, which is like pants, and then anything that's a set, like a suit, like jacket and pants put together, and then like sweaters. You see what I'm saying? So I'm thinking I may just get three tubs is what I'm thinking I may do. Let's put all the tops and all the slacks in one, and then all the jumpsuits, all the slacks, and all the blouses in one. and then like all the suits, if I have any sets together, and then dresses together, and then a tub for jeans. So I'm really thinking I'm gonna start off with 3 tubs. I think that really probably will be enough. So I'd rather do that, and everything is kind of separated, and then shoes that I don't think I'm gonna wear, put them in a tub. Yeah. I don't think it's a lot of shoes I'm not going to wear. I'm not going to get rid of too many shoes, but I'm going to go through shoes that I know for a fact I haven't worn and probably will not wear because the heels are probably too high or whatever. Definitely going to get rid of those. But I'm going to hold on to like the majority of like my boots, a few of my dress shoes. Definitely going to hold on to some of those because still going to be going out, you know, going to events, doing different things. So I don't want to get rid of all of those. And keep some of my work flat, you know, that I can just wear, you know, casually. So may go through some of those. Definitely going to keep my tennis shoes for now. Because like I said, this is like purge 1. Purge 1. And then there will probably be another purge. And then at the end of it all, there will definitely be a final purge. So like I said, you keep watching and stuff, you'll know what I'm talking about. But there is a plan for everything, which I'm going to talk about in my another video where I'm just kind of talking to you about, you know, what's next, what's happening in this next chapter, the next phase. So I feel like phase 1 was me retiring. That was phase 1. Phase 2 is purging, getting my glam room together, reorganizing my glam room, you know, because now I am a full-time content creator, so I want my room to reflect that. So redoing that. And then phase 3, you know, maybe just talking about you know, I guess phase 2 will be talking about what's the plan, which includes getting my room organized and all of that. And then, you know, so there's just phases, I feel like. Some people, I was calling them episodes, so maybe this can be a series, and this is episode 1 of this series. So just different things. I have it in my head. I haven't exactly decided. I think I did title the previous video as episode 1, which was the journey to retirement and actually retiring. So how many episodes there will be, I don't know. But in between the preparation of getting everything together, there will be we sitting down talking about what I'm doing, what's next, and stuff like that. So I think I'm going to stop right here for now until Babe gets home, maybe. I don't know. We'll see, because I know me, it's only 10:20, so I've only been working for an hour, and I feel like I can get way more done. So I still may go ahead, not tackle that one, because that is mostly work stuff, and I feel like as I'm taking it down, I can be putting it in the tub. Over here, I do have like my jeans, sweaters, more like casual wear stuff that I wear on my cruises. So I still may go in here and start going through some of that stuff. Maybe. We'll see. Okay, guys. So I'm in the walk-in closet. And in here, as you can see, it's mostly skirts, dresses is what's in here. Up here on this side is t-shirts, shorts. I think I got some denim skirts, some sweaters, and then down here at the bottom, of course, all these are jeans here, and then all the way back there is sweaters. So, and then this was what I was talking about. These are all tennis shoes, all the way down to about right in there somewhere, and I think it's sandals. There's also shoes up under the dresses. Then, of course, shoes up here at the top. Those are mostly like pumps and stuff all the way around. And then I think some like my Ugg boots, Timberlands and stuff like that. But yeah, so this closet is to the brink. So what I think would be easier for me to do, especially over here on this side, is to take out what I'm going to keep. Versus because it's a lot that I'm not going to keep. So I think I'm going to go through here and just take out what I'm going to keep, leave it on a hanger, and then hang it over there on my rack. That way when I get the tub, I know everything on this side just needs to come off the hanger and go in the correct tub. Because these are mostly like here is some of my skirts, and then a lot of dresses. That's mostly what this is dresses or like two-piece sets. Over here, I'm just gonna leave my t-shirts up here. I might go through some of them because some of them I probably not gonna keep or can't wear, and then I'll eventually start going through some of this denim that I bought when I was probably like 140 some pounds, and my goal is not to get back that small. Okay, I want to maintain between 160 165. I think is a sweet spot for me. So stuff that is probably a size 8 or 10, I'm probably not gonna keep, especially denim because it's not stretching and all that. So, and then sweaters, I'm gonna go through a lot of these sweaters. I'll probably keep some of them, but not too many of them. Okay, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think that will be so much easier. And then I won't go through the shoes until I get the tub, but pumps that I know the heel is too high, I'm not wearing them. I'm going to definitely take them down, because I'm not going to hold on stuff, because all it's going to end up doing is getting dry rot, and then it's no good to anybody. So at least if I take it down and sell it for a little bit of nothing, I can make something off of it. And then like I said, at the very end of the summer, whatever didn't sell, I will probably just go ahead and donate it. Okay, so that is what I'm going to do. That is my plan, because I just feel like let me turn you guys around. I would just feel a lot better if I kept going, because right now I just feel like I don't want to stop. I feel like I can do more. Again, I'm going to go in here and just the stuff that I know I'm going to keep, I'm going to take and I'm going to move it over here, other than the t-shirts. Okay, so that's what we're about to do. And this, and then I think I kept the black one. This is like another little casual little jumper with a drawstring. So this is something for like airport or something like that, or whatever, like first day going on a cruise and you just want to be casual and comfortable. So I think I have this color, which is cream, and then a black one. I'm going to keep that. I think that was easier that way. So now I look at my closet and I'm like, okay, I took out all the casual dresses. All the rest of this, it's got to go. It's got to go. You know, it's mostly business casual wear or casual work attire for the office that I worked in. Yeah, I don't need it. I don't need any of it. Like I said, not everything on the rack, because I just hung some of the stuff from the closet over here, because a lot of stuff on the rack is going to go as well. But I do have a lot of casual stuff, and once I get everything out the closet that's going, I can put the stuff that's on the rack that's staying in the closet. Of course, all that is staying that's on the little stool. But yeah, I mean, not bad. So y'all, if you know anybody and they live near Dallas or Cedar Hill or DeSoto or Red Oak or Lancaster, Texas, and they need business casual attire, hey, tell them to follow me, because I'm definitely going to announce when I'm going to start having my yard sale. So I mean, and I'm not going to try to get rich off stuff. I'm not going to give away my stuff, but I'm not going to be trying to get rich. I'm going to price it fairly, because I want it priced to go. But I mean, it's going to be fairly priced. I'm not, because the goal is to get rid of everything. But tell them to hold on to their little income tax money, and they can come over here and do some shopping for their business casual if they work in an office or something like that and they need some business casual wear. And like I said, some of this stuff is all the way from sizes 8 all the way up to a size probably 14. And then, like I said, from medium all the way up to extra large. So, and it's nice, I take good care of my clothes and stuff. So, but that's where we are, and that's where we're gonna stop, because I just feel like I'm at a good stopping point for now until we come back with the tubs, and then I'm gonna just get back to work. That's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, so I'll see y'all downstairs. Full boxes, they are packed up. I just got to get them in the dining room. So let me show you what I got going on in here. So this is kind of like the foolishness going on in here. All this stuff, grandbaby stuff. So what I'm going to do is take my tabletop off, wrap it up real good, and we're going to put it behind the china cabinet. And that way free up this room and kind of have an area for them to play or whatever, and then just put my boxes in here until the spring summer for the yard sales. But yeah, I gotta get some type of organization because now that people move back home and there's shit all over my house, I can't take it. So I'm gonna be working on that. I'm pretty much stopped with my room for now. I'm tired, so I want to get this done so my hubby can help me with the tabletop and at least get that done, so when I get up in the morning, I can continue with what I need to do without having to just wait for him to get home, because I plan to get up early again to work on that. This is, like I said, I want to get my house in order and organized this week, so I feel like I can move forward with my content and things that I need to do, you know, and not still be trying to organize. All right. All right, guys, it's the next day. We are back at it. I got a lot done yesterday, so it is 10 o'clock. I've been up since, I think I got up about 7:45, and yeah. I made me a little eggs, just to get some protein in. Took my vitamins and all that good stuff. And I'm back up here. I finished hanging up everything that I was going to keep. And y'all, I mean, even still, I feel like I still have a lot of stuff. But I'm still, until we get to where we are about to make our final move, you know, our final phase, which I will talk more about in my episodes, my retirement episodes. So definitely make sure you turn on your notifications, so you'll know when I'm uploading, so you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But I still have to keep clothes. I still got to keep stuff for special occasions, going out to dinner, and, you know, summer, spring, winter, fall stuff. I still have to keep stuff. I can't get rid of everything. But I'm sitting here looking at everything now that I've condensed and hung up everything. I still feel like I have still a lot of stuff. But nonetheless, this is what this closet over here is now looking like. So basically over here, I've condensed this down to a few blouses and sweaters. That's what that is up at top. And then at the bottom is just some of my leather bottoms, a few slacks. I try to keep some in different colors. And then, of course, my jeans. And then, of course, over here in this closet, it's, like I said, my long maxi dresses and more of my formal wear, or, you know, evening attire. So like I said, we do go on cruises, sometimes participate in captain's night, sometimes we don't. But in case somebody is having an event and we're invited to it, I still want to make sure I had stuff so that I'm not buying anything. So I didn't get rid of everything. So I still have all that. But believe me, it's condensed a lot, even that closet. And then over here in my walk-in closet, as you can see, it feels like a lot, but if you compare it to the earlier part of the video, you can see it's definitely condensed. This has like more of my everyday wear, It's pretty much what this is. Stuff I can just, go to the doctor in. If babe and I we're going out to eat, but not nowhere fancy, I can grab something from here. Some of my stuff I may take on my cruises. And then, of course, over here is like my t-shirts, sweatshirts, and then what few shorts, because I'm not a big shorts wearer, but I do have a few shorts. That's pretty much that is. And then down here, which I'm going to take y'all downstairs, is where I'm going to hang like my tracksuits. Okay. And then I just want to show you all the empty hangers. Do y'all see all of these empty hangers? That's what clothes came off of. And then these, of course, are hangers as well. But I'm going to get rid of all those and just keep my black hangers just to be cohesive. Yeah. And then, of course, I cleared this rack because, I had stuff hanging on here. So more empty hangers, cleared that out. So I have condensed my wardrobe down tremendously. If this doesn't show you just how much stuff will be in my sale. And I feel like even by then I may even purge even more. But right now we're going to go downstairs. Let me get my phone because I already know somebody might call. Okay, so in this wardrobe is my tracksuits and my sweaters, like, heavy sweaters, coats. And then over here on this rack, same thing, all of my long sweaters. So what I'm going to do, I'm thinking I'm going to take all my tracksuits out of here so they can go upstairs and move my long sweaters from over there to over here. That way it's zipped up. And then I'm going to take this rack. I'm thinking once I get my room organized, situated, I'm going to take it upstairs to my glam room and take that other gold rack and put it in my little catch-all room. And I'll probably just put it in the yard sale. Okay, so this is now all my sweaters, jackets, coats, all of that is in here, and now it can be hidden away. I like this because it does have a shelf at the top. So like my bum bags, stuff like this, I can, that I'm running to the grocery store, I keep up here, and so now this rack over here is pretty much empty. I got to go through this stuff over here. It's like whatnots. Hang my husband's tracksuit up. This is like one of my little, I'll throw this on, this little sweater, if you can see it. When I'm just a little black sweater if I'm running to Walmart or stuff. Because, I'm always cold. But for the most part, I got all that off. I'm going to finish dealing with that a little later. But now, your girl is going to have to go up and down the stairs, taking all this stuff here. So yeah, oh, what fun that's gonna be. All right, good morning, guys. Had my head pulled down kind of far. It's Thursday. I believe January the 8th. We're gonna run to Walmart. I need to pick up some fish because I'm gonna do some baked fish with lemon pepper seasoning is what my mom likes. I'm not a big fan of baked fish. I will eat it, but not necessarily a big fan of it. But that's what I'm gonna pick up. And we already have sweet potatoes because she wants sweet potatoes with hers, and then we have some regular potatoes. I'm gonna do a couple baked potatoes for Babe. But yeah, that's the plan for today. I'm probably I don't know. Yeah, I think that's all I need to pick up. I really don't want to start the habit of running back and forth to no store. That's why I told Babe, probably going to start making a list of, you know, deciding what we're going to have for the week. Make a list, stick to that, go get groceries, because all that eating out once or twice a week, running back for the store, look, I get paid once a month now. So we're on a budget, and I want to break him from that, because I tell you, if anybody loves running to the, well, I ain't going to say he loves it, but he will go to the store 2 or 3 times a week, and I'm just like, dude, why? So I really want to break him from that habit as well. You know, let's get back to how we used to do things. Like I said, we used to sit down and decide what we were going to have, and then we would check the cabinet and make sure we had everything we needed, and then we would go buy groceries, period. Not all that running back and forth to the store and stuff. So we're gonna do that. I'm probably not gonna take y'all in Walmart just because you've been with me. If you've been following me, you've been with me to Walmart enough times, or you've probably been enough times yourself. So yeah, I'm probably not gonna take y'all in there. So let me call him, because that's just our thing. Yeah. We normally talk.
Hey, baby.
Hey, babe.
What's up?
Headed to Walmart to get this fish.
Okay. Fish and some kind of salad. That bag of salt. Yeah.
It's so gloomy.
Okay. Huh?
I said it's gloomy out here.
Yeah.
Do they have that fish at the neighborhood Walmart? Because I'm really trying not to go to the big one.
Yeah, they probably have it though.
Oh, okay. Because I didn't want to go to the big one.
I woke up and a little man coming out of the curtain. I said, Papa, gotta go to work, man. I said, here. And like his blanket was on that little bench. And in that blanket, because I was getting the uniform.
Yeah. Lost connection. Let's see. Let's try it again. This call's been dropping a lot lately. Has that been happening to you guys? Oh, man.
You there?
Yep.
Okay. You call me, I'm trying to call you, baby.
All right, y'all. So I'm probably leaving a little early. I'm going to have lunch with Lexi at Capizano's, and I kept it really simple. I'll insert a picture of what I got on, because y'all know I had washed my hair, and yeah, got to cooking and doing other things, so I didn't have time to do anything. I didn't even feel like putting a wig on, so of course my go-to is a hat. Yeah, so you'll probably see it either in an insert, or I'll get Lexi to do a shot of it. But yeah, keeping it really simple, because we're not going nowhere fancy. We're going to Capizano's, which is a Mexican restaurant. That is my favorite food. I love Mexican food. Yes, I do. So yeah. So we're leaving. We're supposed to be there at 4:30. It is just 4:08. So I could have waited and left about 4:15, because it's really not that far, maybe 10 or 15 minutes away, but it's okay. I got my lip gloss in my bag. So yeah, got my lip gloss in my bag. I didn't put on no makeup, anything like that. Just keeping it really, really simple. Yeah. This is like a moisture lip gloss by Spoiled Child. It has a little tint to it. So when you don't want to wear lipstick, you can find you like a little tinted gloss, which, you know, is good for just a casual outing. So yeah. So I'm gonna figure this out because it just doesn't, I don't know. Gotta find word. Oh, there it is. But this here is the shade. Really, really cute. So that's what I got on my lips. Like I said, it's by Spoiled Child. It's a conditioning tinted lip balm is what it is. So yeah. And I need to call baby because y'all already know the drill. Already know the drill. Let's see.
Hi, how are you? Good, thank you. What do you like to drink today?
Water for me.
Water spray now?
Water for right now.
Yeah, thank you.
I am back at the crib. Of course, I done been to Walmart, back cooked, went out to dinner with my my daughter Lexi, and so had enjoyed that at Capizano's. I get my usual, the ground beef nachos. So I'm back home, but I do have this. I want you to see this, my chin. I hope you can see that good. This is the front. So, you know, of course, I want to try this. Is that, what is it called? I got this thing on it. It's a chin strap, basically, is what it is. It says a V-line lifting mask is what it is. And you're supposed to wear it between 30 and 60 minutes every night or every day. I've already washed my face and everything. So I've already taken it out the bag. You know, we be trying everything. I'm never going to get a facelift. I mean, that's just not something I want to do. But this is what it looks like when you open it up. It says to stretch it out. I stretched it about 1 to 3 times and place it on the chin. So just supposed to stretch it out. I don't know. It goes like that. Your ears. I feel like that's upside down. Whoa. I think it goes like this. It goes like that. You're supposed to put your ear, put that around your ear, your ears. And then you put this, oh Lord. Yeah, I got this stocking cap on, and I think this goes. So I guess it goes like this. If this is not correct, I'll come back and show you. But yeah, so you put your ears through the slot. You have the Velcro at the top, and then the Velcro across the back. And then this is around here. So almost like a waist trainer for your neck. So maybe a chin trainer. I don't know. And then it just says, place your ears through the slots to the bandage and fasten the Velcro at the crown of the head. Wait 36 minutes before removing the bandage. So we're just going to keep and see how this goes. I'll probably give y'all a progress report, you know what I'm saying, maybe every month, once a month, I'll just do a picture, show progress. So I'm going to take a picture of my before, and then every month we'll progress. So this is Thursday, January the 8th. And so I'll come back February the 8th with a side-by-side. So I'm going to make sure I take a profile picture, okay? But anyway, this is gonna, I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and end the vlog here instead of Friday and just start a new vlog. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure you leave me a comment. If you've enjoyed it, definitely share it with your family and friends so they can definitely come on over. Like I said, I do things like dramatic transitions, makeup, wigs. I do a little bit of vlogging. We just have a good time over here. And I've also, hubby and I have started a travel channel, which is also going to be linked in the description box below. So again, if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel. And if you watched it all the way through, that means you must have enjoyed something. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Definitely share, leave a comment, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I know I look crazy, but until next time, Cammy loves you. Mwah.